This is the Sat-Fi Global Star demo utilizing Yippy software compression on our new release 2.16, and Lee is going to go ahead and get us logged on. Prior speed check, we're running about 4.6 kilobits per second. Right now it's validating his credentials at the Sebring gateway, which is connected to the single sign-on in Clifton, Texas, which is the main hub for Global Star. And it looks like we have authenticated, and yes, we have an approved account, so it lets us into the network, and now we're able to access the internet or documents in our corporate intranet, whatever it is that we need to be doing while at sea.
Top headlines from the Associated Press, and as you can see from the content, it's up to date. It talks about the Syrian attacks, chemical attacks. So these are from updated on AP 3 minutes ago. So we'll choose one of these. From the Associated Press that relates to that particular headline.
Now I want to discuss for 1 second before we move forward what just occurred. So essentially Yippy systems are the ones that are acquiring the data from the Associated Press. We are compressing the data, and everything that you see occurring is happening in real time. Again, right now we're barely getting 4 kilobits per second, and average file size coming downstream is probably in the neighborhood of 8 to 10 kilobytes. And knowing that a byte is 8 times bigger than a bit, with rational common sense on timing, and understand it's going to take 6 to 7 seconds to 8 seconds to process just the transmission downstream, which when we go to Gen 2 network for Global Star, we'll be running at about 32 to 64 kilobits, and this should be nearly instantaneous.
Alright, we're going to move on and check the weather forecast as from NOAA.
Estaciones transmitiendo en el canal 16. El canal 16 es para emergencia y llamadas solamente. Cambien su comunicación a otra frecuencia sin emergencia. Desde los reportes de los Estados Unidos grabando y monitoreando el canal 16. Fuera.
Apologize, we're far out at sea. We must be too close to Cuba. So
we've got the NOAA forecast, and as you can see, it's a lot of data, and it brings it up in the different regions and the different forecasts. So we'll just choose a particular forecast and we'll have a look. site has been contacted, transferred to the Yippy servers in Clifton, transmitted to Sebring up to the satellite, down to us, and here's the weather forecast for that particular region that I picked. We're going to move on next to another page, a Wikipedia page. Today's featured articles off of Wikipedia. I'm going to go back home and then we're going to try some free-form searches and check out what we see. Then we're going to go and check some sports. Transferring data back to us. And I did a search on BBC Sports, and as you can see, it brings some links up. We'll pick the first one. The header context, and as you go down, here's all the top stories on BBC Sports. As you can see, and you can imagine it's an international site, and so you get content from around the world. As quick as this is a massive amount of data to come down. Since we're in the water, we're going to check on and see if there's any sharks around us. Search on Florida shark sightings. Again, transferring the data from the Sat-Fi to the satellite. We've already got our information back. Here's one, Bay News 9. And as I can tell, it's transferring the data back here. And it gives us all the information about the shark stories.
Now, as you can see, the speed has come up tremendously since our first couple of searches or our touch on the weather. Understanding that we're going out and compressing, or actually retrieving that data and then compressing it in real time. And the difference between 2 kilobits per second and getting the full throughput of Globalstar's Gen 1 system 9.9, the satellites itself, the better the connection, the higher the speed, which is why we're all looking forward to this Gen 2 network from Globalstar, because if we can keep the speed, which looks like we're getting close to 9 kilobits now compared to the 2 to 3 to 4 we were getting earlier, is really going to show the value of this product going forward, and that this is going to truly provide near a broadband experience for Gen 2 customers, which is, I think, going to be throttled somewhere between 32 and 64 kilobits a second.
And I just clicked on, while Rich was explaining, I clicked on the article about the shark sighting at New Smyrna Beach. Luckily, it's on the other side of that ocean. But as you can see, the data came through very, very quickly. That kind of concludes what we have for right this second. We took you through news, we took you through sports, weather, local events. So as you can tell, you pick a site, we'll get in contact, we'll compress it and send it back in a fashion that gives you the data wherever you are. I mean, look at us. So thanks a lot, Rich.
Yeah, and currently right now we're about 65 miles southwest of Marco Island, Florida. So it definitely proves that this system works, and this is affordable to everyone that likes to do yachting outside terrestrial communications. I believe this package is available for less than $1,000, and I think the unlimited data plan from Globalstar is somewhere around $100 a month. Just that, and the fact that you're able to have this kind of connectivity, get to weather, texting, make phone calls, and be able to, do the things you need to do and get the information you need while you're at sea, makes this an extremely viable product. Thanks for watching.